Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, I am ready. I was going to say for what? Hey ma'am, how are you? I am ready to do some budgeting. I have not filmed budget videos simply because I don't have time. So I thought, hey, why not use this live feature and do it live? You all want to hear the live things, don't you? Sure you do, of course. We're budgeting tonight, y'all. I'm glad you're here. I'm ready. This is my I'm ready attire. I got on my muumuu. I'm nice and comfortable. I got on my headband just in case I start sweating. Hey, Miss Sue. Good to see everybody. You guys let me know where you're chiming in from. Hey, Victoria. Good to see everybody. So for those of you who are new, I am actually budgeting on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And for those of you who are new to following me, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am a single mom. I have 4 children, and I have to get to a point. Hey, everybody, I have to get to a point where being a single mom is not my mantra, but that is how I start from Tarboro. Hey, girl. That is how I started this channel, was being a single mom. I have 4 children, 2 girls, Alana and Shamika, 2 boys, Trandon and Jackson. At that time I started, we only had 1 fur dog. That was Gracie. We now have 2 fur dogs, Gracie and Greenie. And then I only had 1 fur grand dog, but now I have 2 fur grand dogs, Acro and Zizi. We're also getting a son-in-law, and my 2 older children have moved well away from home. Shamika's in California, Trandon is in Texas. So it's just me and 2 kids here. And I was going to say 2 little kids, but they're not little anymore. Shamika's 33, Trandon is 27, Alana is 19, and Jackson is 14. So a lot of the people who watch me, who follow me from before, all of my oldies but goodies. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. If you're able to share, hit the thumbs up, hit the likes, do all the things. Share. That just helps us push out further into the algorithm. It helps people see our videos, and we really appreciate that. But for those of you, oh, very good. Oh, I'm so glad that you're doing that, because all of us have some type of an idea. All of us have something. Hey, Miss Lovely, all of us have something that can garner us income if we just look on the inside of us. It may be slow at first, but it does pick up traction. I shared, I think, one thing on my Facebook today, and it was a girl, and Oprah was talking in the background. Hey, Tammy. And she just said, you know, whatever you do it the best of your ability. So whatever you do, I don't care what it is. For me, it just happens to be talking to my computer, right? I have done that extremely, extremely well over the years. And what it has done, hey, Veronica, what it has done is it has made friends. I've gained friends. This past weekend, I was in Texas with some friends that I made from YouTube. I've really actually met people from my YouTube channel. There's a friend, her name is Paula. I actually spent the night with Paula. And then I have another friend, her name is Renessa, and we actually stayed together for 4 days. We were at a ladies' conference, and we just decided, and another friend of hers, we just decided to all stay together in a B&B, and it worked out. But this is how the kids and I have made income over the past 9 years, specifically being on YouTube. Back in 21, in December of 2021. Oh, very good. I have 2 more to share. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to edit those 2. I have 2 more 15 minutes segments to share what you can do in 15 minutes. And I think those are 2 good little tips tonight. And we're going to try to film some tomorrow. We are under a tropical storm warning. Tropical storm Ophelia is outside. So it has reached tropical storm strength. We do not think it's going to go into a hurricane. Gwen, leave ma'am alone. Gwen, leave mama. It has not turned into a hurricane, and we pray that it does not, but we see the wind and the rain is here. So lots of things happening. But if anybody can be your poster child for God can do it, and if he can do it for me, he can do it for you, please look over here. I know that some of you who are new to following me, you just see the Shakima now. You have not remembered, nor did you follow me when I was feeding my kids on $25 a week. And I had young kids that I was trying to raise, feeding them on $25 a week. And it was a struggle. But the Lord saw us through. In 2021, December of 21, we were invited into the paid program on Facebook where we were sharing reels at that time. The Lord had told me to do reels. And some people would say, Shakima, God won't tell you to do reels. God won't tell you to do reels, but God tells me to do a lot of stuff. And so whatever God tells me to do over here, I try to be immediately obedient because it has only been for my benefit and to help our family. And we have done extremely well over the past, I would say, what is it now? 21 months. We went from having 0 followers to having almost close to 156,000 followers, 3 times what we have on YouTube here on Facebook. And that has been through prompting and leading of Holy Spirit. I listened to God. When I first started doing reels, I was doing just kind of, mimicking what everybody else was doing. I pray about it. God, what should I share? I know 30 bags in 30 days was a big hit with people. The 15 minutes, what can you do in 15 minutes? Hey, Nikki. Hey, Miss Evelyn. What can you do in 15 minutes around your house? That has been very big. Lessons I've learned in my garden has been extremely well. Anything homemaking has been great. And as of late, the Black Queen collection on my debt-free journey has also garnered us some very good views as well. All of that to say that because we are invited into the paid program, that has garnered us income. So now I'm not feeding my children with $25 a week. I can feed my children with much more than that if I need to, although I am still very cautious and careful about my money, or the money that the Lord allows to come in through my home. And so with that being said, I'm out here trying to motivate you. I'm trying to push you into purpose. I'm out here trying to help you be the best that you can be. I believe that we all can do something that is going to garner us income for our family, because that's the way things are going. Prices are rising. Sometimes your paycheck not rising, but that just means that God has another avenue that he's going to get resources into you. The Bible tells us when we're faithful over the little things, he'll make us Lord and ruler over the much. It also tells us do not despise the small beginnings. I did not, and do not look at the times that I have fed my kids with $25 a week and been upset about that. I have maybe been like, why can't I do better than this, God? And God's like, you got to be patient with yourself, and I'm going to help you get to that place. So over the last 9 years, God has helped us get to a place, and we've just shared that journey here on YouTube. Now we're sharing it here on Facebook in hopes that this is going to help some people. So again, if you like the videos, if you share the videos, it's going to be good for us. It pushes us out further into the algorithm so that other families, other women like me, single moms who find it a struggle, can look at our story and say, you know what, if God can do it for her, he can do it for me. Because that was the message. When I started YouTube, God said to me, and I know some people think I'm crazy, he said, Shakima, tell the people, if I can do it for you, I can do it for them. Can I tell you that my children and I, where we started off very small, God is increasing us by very different means. We have about 5 streams of income that come in. Some are very steady, like my regular paycheck is steady stream of income. Other things are, it's never a set amount of anything, but whatever comes in, and we're very thankful for that. With that being said, I do the zero-based budget. I give every single dollar a name. Every single dollar has a job, and it goes out and it works for me. I'm not exactly sure how some of you are managing your money. I do know that some of us are not good money managers, and I get it, but we can't always stay where we've been. I think some people have harshly criticized or tried to penalize when you come up, because a lot of people like to see you in your struggle. But I have said this before and will say it again. God did not always intend for us to be struggling. Struggling is not our portion. It is not God's best for us. We have had to work the process over the years. But when we got to a point where God was bringing us out of the struggle, this is our portion. And this is, we haven't even, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has entered into the heart of men what God has planned for me or for you. I'm just walking in and realizing what I can see right now. I don't know what's in my future and what's coming down the pipeline. I prayed for 7 streams of income. I just have 5 that sporadically come in every now and then. I want that 7 steady streams. Why do you want that, Shakima? I never asked God to give me money so I could be rich. I asked him to give me seeds so I could sow. I want to be able to give into the kingdom and kingdom work. And so God has been gracious to me and he allows me to do that. So with that being said, let's talk money. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about 2 streams of income that I have come in every single month. One stream is my YouTube channel. Now, when I first started, YouTube was my primary money maker. I can honestly say to you at this moment, it's not my primary money maker at all anymore. I wish it were. And I know that as the ministry has increased, I've had less and less time to film videos. So I have to do them live or I have to do the shorts because they're shorter. They take less time. But YouTube is not my primary income source. I am not getting paid on TikTok. I do not get paid from Instagram. But Facebook has invited me into the paid program. We've been in it about 21 months. And I honestly can say that Facebook is my primary second source of income at the moment. It can change any day. And however it works, I'm just thankful that the Lord allows me to put content out and he blesses that content. It helps people. And by people viewing it, it brings in income into our household. Now, in the very beginning, when Facebook was doing the Reels bonus program, you could make bonus money off of your Reels. Then they discontinued the Reels program in March of this year. The Reels program just came back in July. No, it came back August 1st. So the bonus program is now back, but you only make income. I only make income. I don't know what everybody else is doing off of posts. So that's pictures. That's anything that I just regularly post on my timeline. That is not Reels. It could be videos. It's usually pictures of my dogs or pictures of my clothes. Reels. We can get ad income, but we can't get bonus income. Bonus income only comes from posts. So I post quite a lot. People are, all you do is stay on social media. Social media puts money in my pocket. So I work social media. I work social media as well. So I don't have to go out and get a second day job, another job that takes me out of my household. So I'm in my house and I'm posting things that the Holy Spirit is downloading and that garners me income. So for those of you who are social media people or you have time, as you continue to be diligent and faithful in your posting, you may garner the attention and they may send you an invitation that says, we like what you're doing. We want to invite you into our program, right? So just keep that in mind. I do post those things because that is my source of income. Now, again, when I post my reels, that garners ad income, just like it does on Facebook. So if you look at a reel and at the bottom of it, there's an ad there, that's gaining me income, just like my YouTube channel. Now, I had 2 payments come in. They came in today. And when my money comes in, I am coming in and send it out. I do not like to just have money sitting. I like to give it jobs because money that sits, we think is money we can spend, and it's not technically that. So I try to do extremely well to get stuff in and out of my hands very quickly. So let me share with you a couple of things that came in. So my YouTube AdSense income came in, and that was $449.68. We have been on a gradual decline on YouTube for months now. I think since February, when they added the Shorts program, which is kind of like Reels on Instagram and Facebook. So when YouTube added in Shorts, it was almost like our income went bloop, and we're trying to build it back up slowly. So if you watch videos, if you share the videos, if you share the Reels, that helps us to make income. I think at some point it will, do the things. It hasn't done the things just yet. Also, if you want to help us, we are trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. If you have not joined our YouTube family, we would love for you to join our family. We are currently sitting at 49,604 subscribers. We need 396 subscribers to make it to 50,000. If the Lord is laying it on your heart to join us over on YouTube, please feel free. 50,000 we never thought we would get to, but God has been faithful. So $449.68. And if I'm looking at next month's AdSense, we run about a month behind. We are down to $371. Doesn't matter to me how much money comes in. I'm going to use it all for the glory of the Lord, right? So whatever comes in, despise not that 449. I've made more money than that different times in different places. But that 449 is going to go into my bottom line, and it's going to help myself and my children to do the things that we need to do. So with that $449.68, there are several things that must happen. The first thing is I pay tithe. I tithe off of every single dollar, nickel, quarter, penny that comes in my house. The Lord gets a 10%. So I did $45 in tithe from the $449.68. I just round it up. That's 10%. Back in January, the Lord challenged me in my giving. And so I give an additional 5% to a source outside of my local home church. So that number was $26. So I give 5% of the total income. And I tithe off of my gross income, not my net. You and the Lord got to determine what you do. I'm tithing off of all of it, even when Uncle Sam takes his little bit, right? So whatever I get into my account, I tithe 10%, and then I give another 5% off to another ministry. So I gave $45 to my home church, and then I gave $26 to the other ministry that I support. That left me with $315.68. Now, what I do with that leftover money is that's going to help pay bills for next month. And my bills come due on the 1st. So October 1st, I have bills automatically drafted out of my business account. So I did a transfer into my business account because for some reason, YouTube will not let me connect my business account to my YouTube AdSense account. But I do a transfer of $315.68. Now, one of the things I don't think is going to work is I don't think that's going to pay all of the bills that I have for this next month. So but I do have some money in there. I have $97 already in there, plus the $315. So I have a little bit, about $415 altogether. I have a utility bill that was $165 that I have to pay out of that I will pay out of that. I also have a cell phone bill because I use my cell phone for all of my filming, unless I'm doing a live event, which I do a restream, a streaming software, which I also have to pay, and that's $19. So I have $165 plus another $19, plus my cell phone bill is $48. Who's counting for me? Where's Rachel? Rachel have me. So 165, 48, 19. Then another $75 for my water bill. So that's what I use that money for. I have a few sinking funds that I could fund from that money, like my PO box is one. Gas, I could probably put gas in my car because I'm going back and forward to the grocery store doing groceries, or I'm doing thrift hauls, or I'm doing, I'm going different places for business travel. So that's going to give me 14, 27 to 10, another 20, 407. It'll be just enough to pay all of those bills. So again, because our AdSense income was down, that's going to force us to try to make more videos so that we can garner more income. I have 2 books out, but I have not sold any books this month, so I don't have any book income. It's a source of income, but nothing's coming in on it this month. Perfectly fine. I just haven't pushed the books as of late. I'll try to do that again as my time frees up a little bit. So with that being said, we have allocated for that $449, even though it's going to sit in that account. And I have bills on auto draft, so they'll just draft themselves out at the first of the month. I still do need to gain more income. My second income for the month is Facebook. So $220 came from my bonus. That's from all of the posts I posted. 700 and some change, $704, something like that, came from ads on the reels. So as much as you watch the reels, it helps me gain income for my ads. I'm only gaining money for ads, not bonus plays. That gave us a grand total of $926.13, which is almost double or more than my YouTube. So see how I started off with YouTube being my sole additional income source. Now I have YouTube book sales affiliates, which I got a huge affiliate, huge for me, the first time ever for me, $1,500, almost $1,600 last month for one of my affiliates. But I'm on a bi-monthly affiliate payout, so I won't get anything in October from that particular affiliate. I will get something again in November. That's how that one works. So I don't have anything coming in from that. Couple other affiliates, nothing's popping off there either. I haven't done any sponsorships, but I have had a couple businesses jump into my inbox and ask me if I want to do a sponsorship, a sponsored video. And I have to give that consideration because, again, that's additional income for us. However, I got to believe in the product before I can post it out to other people. So maybe, maybe not. So with the $926.13. Oh, I forgot one thing. I did pay out of that $449, $69 went to taxes. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all those places, nobody takes out taxes on you. You get a 1099 and you have to pay your own taxes. So what I do is I take 15% out of every dollar that I make for social media, and I put that in an account that builds up and builds up for taxes, for tax purposes. Now, my regular job, they take out my taxes. Don't have to worry about it. But on social media things, I put money into my tax account. And when my accountant does my taxes, yes, I do have an accountant that does my taxes. She just does my taxes. She don't do anything else. I do all the things. When she does my taxes, then I will pay for any taxes I owe. In the last couple of years, I have had to pay taxes to North Carolina, and I actually had to pay federal taxes last year, but I did not have my LLC and I was not claiming business expenses. So this year, I hope that I'll be able to claim something that will either decrease my tax load or give me money back, because hadn't been used to paying taxes, even having younger kids, but now that's just where it is. So what I do is put in 15% into that pot. It stays in there until my taxes get done. When she sends me my statements for what I need to pay, then I go immediately to the IRS website and I pay my taxes. Now, I have several accounts, right? Some people get angry with me because I do my savings challenge envelopes and I should be earning the interest. Back down, hound dogs, back down. Listen, I'm doing those videos for people who don't believe in banks. They may not believe in banking institutions. They may not have a bank at all. This is how they know how to do it. So you make content for people who are doing it this way. Being a cash-based person, I appreciate my cash. It saves my swiping, because when I just have my credit card, my debit card, when I just have my debit card, I'm swiping like I got all the money in the world. So that's not what I'm doing anymore. Hey, Bev. So what I do is I put my savings challenge money in my envelopes. Could I be earning interest on it? Sure. But I'm not concerned overly about that, because I do have two separate banks. I have one bank for business banking and I have one bank for sinking funds. You would think, but lots of people believe that my business is theirs, and that's okay. I'm out here on social media. It is what it is. So I have sinking funds that come out of my Facebook money. And the reason that I did that is my YouTube channel is under One Mom. So whenever you'll see One Mom, Two Girls, Two Boys, 8 and All. That is my YouTube brand. On Facebook, I am Shakima Wilson. That is my personal brand. So I use that for personal money. And for me, the most important thing is to have my sinking fund money. I'm going to show you my sinking fund sheet in just a second, because I know people are like, she's just talking. I want to see the sheet. I'll show you the sheet in a second. So I pay tithe. I give an offering to a separate ministry. I put my money in for taxes, and then everything else gets dumped into the account for any business expenses, anything like that I feel fall under business expenses, which I know some of you are IRS people and y'all know everything about everything. I don't. I will admit that. That's why I have somebody else do my taxes, and she'll tell me if I haven't done something correctly, right? I have all my receipts. I have everything to turn into her at the end of the year. I'm paying her to tell me if I did it wrong or right, and I assume that she would do it. Hey, ma'am, how are you? Now, $926.13 is how much I made on Facebook. That is from my bonuses plus my ads, right? What I do out of that is I take $93 that goes into tithe, because remember, I tithe off of everything. If the Lord lays it on your heart and you send me a cash app for $10, God gets $1 and somebody else gets 50 cents. That's just my agreement, 15% off the top. And then if he tells me to give anything extra, I do that. And it has worked for me. My kids and I have not been hungry one time since I've been a tither. We weren't hungry before, but we have never gone hungry. I've given away my grocery money and God has come back and turned around and give me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times that. So I don't play with God and his money. If you don't believe in tithing, if you think that's old covenant, whatever, I respect you. It's perfect. Don't do it. It's okay. We're good. Okay. So I did $93. I'm reading my notes, y'all. $93 for tithe. Then I went back in with $48 to my giving. And that left me with, let me go back. I got to use my calculator because I did it on two separate things. So I put it all together and I shouldn't have done that. Okay. 926.13, subtract 93, subtract 48, 785. So then I had to do another 93 and 48 is 141 for taxes. 93 tithe, 48 giving, 141 taxes. So that went into my taxes. That left me with $646.13 to sink my sinking funds. Now, last month, because we didn't make as much, I didn't sink all of my sinking funds. So that might have been the month before. I didn't sink one of those months. I didn't sink all of my funds because I didn't have enough. It was the first time in almost 2 years or more that I did not have enough money to sink my sinking funds. I didn't worry about it. It was perfectly fine. I didn't sink vacation just because I didn't put money in vacation fund. It was I don't have to go anywhere. I am perfectly fine in this house. I sank the main things, but because I didn't have enough for vacation, we didn't worry about it. It's all going to work out in the end. Now, let me share with you my sheet. Now, this sheet, I did not create this myself. I found this online. Very good. Okay. I found this online and I just tweaked it to work for my purposes. So let me share with you all my sinking funds. So the business expense stuff, I just blacked that out. None of that is important to this particular portion of life. So this is what we're going to talk about right now. So here are my sinking funds. I have Amazon Prime, recycling, yearly pest spray, vacation, tires, car insurance, Gracie, and that should say Gracie and Guinea now. PureFlix, which is a subscription like Netflix, car registration, 3 months pest control, oil change, household repairs, P.O. box, camera, and garden. And there may be some things in there that I did not remember. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 seems about right. I do have a Christmas sinking fund, but I do that in October. So I don't even put that on the monthly rotation. I just save a big chunk out of my supplement that I get in October. So these are my sinking funds that I'm going to sink, excuse me, out of that $646 that's left after I've tithed, I've given, and I've done my taxes. So let me see. This is December, November, October. We're in September. Because my AdSense comes in the middle of the month, that's just when I sink those funds, in the middle of the month. So my Amazon Prime comes due in January. And if you can look over here, you're going to see a running total of this line item. I think my Amazon Prime is something like $147 of something of that nature. So I'm looking to see if I've sank enough funds to be able to pay out whatever that particular payment will be. So Amazon Prime is $13. My recycling, which comes due in July, is $16. And I think last time I paid it was $189. So I'm very close to having this particular sinking fund all done. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with sinking funds, what you do is you take your whole bill and you divide it by the number of months you're going to save for it. For me, every bill is divided by 12. And I just save a little bit every single month in a single fund. Every sinking fund has its own separate account. I don't put it in one general sinking fund account. That doesn't work for my brain. I need everything separated. So I have one main checking account that I pay the bills from, and I have 18 savings accounts that nest underneath that particular account. That's from Capital One 360. My yearly pest spray, I'm actually going to have to increase this, but for right now it's $12. I think I'm going to have to increase that to $16. Vacation, I actually can fund vacation this month, so it's $50. Now, vacation, I have a trip planned before the end of the year. I'm taking a plane, going to a place, and I'm going to be there for 4 days. It's just me, not the kids. It's just mom, because it's a business trip. It's a ministry trip, actually. It's not a business trip. It's a ministry trip. And so because I'm going to be gone for those days, I'm putting money into the vacation fund for that trip. I actually have some additional money saved up already. One of y'all, hey, y'all, I got to call my kids. Somebody bring the money envelope for me. Tires, I am doing $16 on tires. Now, I did have to spend this tire money because my brakes went out. Well, I went to get a oil change and they were like, Miss Wilson, your brakes are really bad. We need to change them. So I figured that could go into, I'm going to actually change that to say car maintenance instead of just tires, because anything could happen. And I need to make sure that I am taken care of and I'm not out here in these streets unsafe. So car maintenance, tires, oil changes. I do have a separate thing for oil change, but I want to make sure if there's anything else, what do you call it? Radiator flushes, brake line flushes, all those things that they want you to get when you go to the place of your 90,000 mile tune-up checkups, whatever the case is. I have a car maintenance fund to take care of those. Thank you so much, lovely. I appreciate it. Car insurance is $85. Now, my car insurance will roll due October 1st. So Monday morning, I'm going to pay my car insurance for 6 months, and I pay for 6 months. You can get ahead of those payments a little bit if you pay it for the 6 months. Shakima, I don't have the money to pay for 6 months. Here's how I did it when I first started. Because back then my kids were young and I was getting like that earned income credit on your income taxes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So instead of just going out and buying clothes and shoes and all the other stuff, I took a chunk, paid my car insurance ahead for 6 months, and I was ahead, right? So then I could get the sinking fund done, and by the next 6 months it rolled around, I had the money saved. That's how I did it. Okay, for Ma'am and Gwen. So I'm going to say Gracie and Gweenie. I'm going to change that. Now, I recommend when you are doing your budget to spend a lot of time with it. I spend a lot of time with my budget. I'm going to put $40, but I think I'm going to have to increase that simply because they both get heartworm and flea and tick meds every month, and I think it's a little bit more than $40. The problem we had was when Gracie got attacked by that dog, I had to clear out her account. She had $500 in that account, and that wiped it out because we took her to the emergency vet. She had to have staples. She had to have x-rays, and that person never paid us anything for that visit. So we ended up swallowing that $500 that I had saved up for her. As time goes along, if I have any additional monies, I'll throw it in their account. But we're good because I earned some extra money, right? So if I needed anything for the dogs, I would be able to pay for it because I've had that extra money that I'm going to pay just general bills from. So when I get my paycheck, I'm not paying those general bills anymore. PureFlix is $11. That comes due in May. I made myself a little note. And you can also come over here. You could do a right click, insert a note, and make yourself a note. This is due in May, right? So that you know every time something is due. For car insurance, I could actually make myself a note. This is due in October, and I think it's February, right? If you want to know. Amazon Prime, that's due in January. And you can make yourself little notes on your sheet as you're going through. Car registration is $7, and I actually need to go pay my car taxes. I went to do my registration. I had all the money saved, and I got there, and the lady's like, you need an inspection. I was like, oh, man. Well, and I had just been to the car place to get my oil changed and my brakes done, and they didn't say, oh, Miss Wilson, your inspection is due. And I heard them come out and tell other people, you need an inspection. Want us to go ahead and do it? So I had to schedule that again, got that taken care of. So now that that's done, I can pay my taxes and get my sticker. It's not out until the end of September. So I have another week and I'll get it taken care of. Monthly pest spray is $28. I think it's $80 every 3 months. They were supposed to come today. The reason they didn't, they did come today to do my termite inspection, but they did not do my pest spray because it was raining. And we want to keep, we didn't want it to be wet when he put that chemical down. So he's going to come another day. Oil change is $20. Household repairs, I always put $50 in there. You never know when something's going to need attention. I have 2 blinds in the living room that need to be replaced, but every time I buy blinds to replace the ones that Gracie keeps tearing up, she tears up the new ones because she doesn't like people going in front of the yard. And so when she sees people outside, she jumps at the window and she breaks the blind. So I have refrained from buying new blinds, but I do need to get a new filter. I get the 3-month filter. I do need a new filter for the house. And so that would come out of household repairs. I bought some paint that would come out of household repairs. So it's just different things that I just make arrangements for. You just never know. P.O. box is $17 from time to time. People do send stuff to the P.O. box, and we're very thankful that they do, but I have to pay for that. It keeps going up and up and up. My camera, I am going to put $20 in that fund. Now, what I'm going to try to do is make my computer filming, my live filming, a little bit more crisp and clear. So I'm getting a new webcam, but I am trying to buy a computer so I don't have to keep filming on my phone. It's no problem to keep filming on my phone right now. It's perfectly fine. But if I had a camera, that would just be a little bit better. And then for my garden, it's $10. Now, so far, that would put me at $395 of the $646 that I would that I have for sinking funds. So let me go back and tell you how much that's going to leave me. So 646.13 subtract 395. That's going to leave me $251.13. Now, with that money, I can do whatever I want to do with it, but I believe in giving my money jobs. So 200 of those dollars are going to go into my vacation fund. So I'm going to go back up here to vacation and put that as 250 because I am going a far ways away. I've already paid for my plane ticket. I have booked my reservation for the room and for my rental car because I don't know anybody in this city, so I have to have a car. I've made the arrangements and I have held it with my card, but I want to be able to pay cash when I go. It's in several more months, so I have time. Over time, I will make up the hotel payment and the car payment. Let me stop sharing my screen and come back to you guys live. I probably have missed. Oh, well, hey, now I missed all of that. Well, thank you, Miss Alicia. That's beautiful. We are having a great evening, actually. We're in the middle of a tropical storm, but we are doing all the things. We are well, we are safe, we're inside, we have power still, so we're grateful for that. But bless you, we appreciate that. Please do hit the like button, hit the thumbs up. It does us very good service to push out our videos into the algorithm when you like the videos. Now, let me show you what I have done for the vacation, right? So in order for me to take this trip, and now that I'm traveling, because I'm doing ministry travel, which is what I prayed and asked the Lord to do, was allow me to travel. So my plane is already paid for. That was $521. I had saved all that and paid for that. My room is $508. I'm staying for 4 nights and 5 days. And my rental car is a little bit less than, is a little bit over $300. So I need to save about $800. That does not count food that I'm going to eat when I'm there. So I'm not worried about that. So about $800 is what I have saved on my card right now. But I'm going to make sure. I love the wind blowing while I'm going to save that money. So when I use my card to hold the reservation, then I'm going to pay that off, right? Because I've saved up the cash. So I have $250 in my vacation fund that's coming out of this month's sinking funds. And I have, because I got some more, hold the phone. Now I've been doing this thing a long time, y'all. And I'm trying to do it right and trying to be a good example to people. I have $101.86 in my vacation fund in my bank. Hey, Kavante, good to see you. So that would be $351 that I've already saved. So that would pay for the rental car, plus give me a little bit on the room. So because I knew that I was going to have funds, I was doing the 52-week challenge to save for the trip to California. I've already paid for California. And so now I still have 4 envelopes. This is $97. So these envelopes are going to go for the vacation because I've already paid for the plane tickets. So $97. And I have envelopes for October, November, and December. So those October envelopes will go towards this. Then I went on a trip to the girls' conference to the Women Evolve in Dallas, and I had saved up about $150, $200 and some odd dollars, and I had some money left when I got back, and so I put that money into my plastic envelope because I just didn't spend it all. I didn't buy any concessions. I didn't buy any shirts, souvenirs, any of that. So I have saved 50, 70, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $107. Any little bit I get, I put in this envelope. So that's 107 plus 97, that's 204 plus 250, that is 454 plus 100, that's 554 plus thank you. I appreciate that. I know I have another friend who uses that as well. And so I will definitely try to make sure that I stay up on those types of deals because I will be traveling more. But I'm doing the $5 challenge. Remember from the Black Queen, I'm doing the $5 challenge. And I have saved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, $60 in $5 bills. So even though I'm traveling, I don't want anybody to think that I'm just putting this on a credit card and I'm just spending it however. I'm saving up. I'm doing it just like a sinking fund. I know when the trip is coming. So I know that I have X amount of time to save. So I'm going to take everything that I can and throw it into this traveling sinking fund. Oh. And look at me. Look at me. Look at me, y'all. And in another account, my main checking account, I have $180 saved. So I probably have it all saved by now if I just sat down and did all the numbers very quickly. But this is the Shakima now that you're seeing who has worked the program, who has worked the zero base, who has allotted every dollar has a name. You're going over here. You're going to pay this bill. I'm not robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm putting out work. I'm doing what I need to do on my side of things that I am good at and that I can do that are going to garner me income. And what that's doing is that is now making my bottom line move up. The next thing I'm going to do after I get off of this, at the end of this year, starting in January, is working on my 3 to 6 months. That baby step number 3 is getting that 3 to 6 months. We have some money there, but not as much as I would like. I don't have $11,000, which is like, that would be $12,000 would be 4 months. 18,000 would be 6 months. I don't have anywhere near that, but I can get it, right? If I work hard, if I apply the principles, if I do the things, I'm going to do the 52-week challenge again next year. I'm also going to do in my Black Queen envelope, instead of doing the 5 and 20s, I'm actually going to do the 50 and I'm going to do the 100. That's the one I'm going to do next. So if I do the $50 challenge, that'll save me $3,000. And if I do the $100 challenge, that'll save me $6,000. So if I'm trying to make it to 18,000 and I do 6,000 plus 3, that's 9. That'll get me halfway there. Plus what we already have saved, that'll get me further there. Now, Shakima, how are you able to do all of this saving? Well, the main thing is I do my budget every single month. I do my budget every single week. I'm always mindful of what is coming in my house and what's going out of my house. I am always mindful of, did I put out content today? Is this content making me money? Which content is making me money? If this content don't make me money, then we don't make that no more. We make the content that makes us money. Are we giving? Yes, I'm giving it to this and this and that and that. Okay, great. So now that I'm giving, it is for the Lord to rebuke the devourer for my sake. Anybody that's coming over here trying to eat up my money, no ma'am, we're not doing none of that. We covered under the blood. All the appliances work in Jesus' name. The car is great in Jesus' name. The kids ain't sick in Jesus' name. So we're doing all of those types of things. And the hardest part, I think, for some people is I'm saying no to me. I'm saying no to myself. No, I don't need to go buy that. No, I don't need to eat that. No, I can't eat out this week. That doesn't mean I say no to everything because I am 100% debt free. I don't owe a soul a thing except for my home. That is the only debt that my children and I carry is our house. Everything else is paid for in full, period. So when you get the debt monster off your back, you then can tell your money where it must go instead of your money telling you where it's going. I don't believe in that. I am in charge of the money, right? So that has been years of consistency. That is the tropical storm. Lord have mercy. That was a big wind out there, y'all. Years of consistency, years of being intentional. Very good word, Miss Lovely. Being intentional with my finances. That doesn't mean I don't go out and do fun stuff with my kids, or we get a pizza here or there or whatever the case might be. We do, but I don't do that as much as I want to save for my goals. Another thing that I've done that I'm very proud of is I have done the $20 challenge. This is for Alana's car. This will be $1,200 that I have saved for sister this year. I have never saved money to give kids for a car. I've never given it to any of the other kids. Sister will have money for that, but she's also saving for her as well. She doesn't pay any bills in this house. She lives here for free. She pays her cell phone, her gym membership, and any of her little things she wants to do. But she is required as a part of living here to save at least 40 to 50% of every paycheck. Why do you make her do that, Shakima? She's a grown woman. She's 19 years old, and I'm teaching her how to manage her money. So when she leaves this house, she will not have to face the things I faced as a young woman, even a young married woman. We were in so much debt we couldn't find our honey. We were trying to get refinancing on the beds. Who is giving people money on beds? Just crazy people. It was just that bad. But I don't want her to have that situation. I'm also saving money for Jackson. When Jackson leaves and he wants to buy a car, he'll have a nice, healthy savings for a car if that's what he wants to do. If he wants to use that for moving out in an apartment, he wants to use it for college, whatever he wants to do, that money is there. But I was not there before. It has taken me these many years to get myself to this place. And I have a job and a degree. But that doesn't mean that God didn't have good things for me. He just had to make sure, and I had to make sure that I was a good steward over that $25 a week. I had to make sure that I was using that $25 a week to feed my kids as best I knew how to feed them. And then slowly but surely things would come in. And so I'm very thankful for that. Please do hit the like button. That does help us get this video out into the algorithm. It does help other people see. I want other people to see that as a single parent, you can do this, whether you're a single mom or a single dad. It's hard either all the way around. I'm very thankful that my ex-husband pays child support. I am very thankful that he does that. He didn't do it in the very beginning. We had issues, but he has been very intentional about making sure that these kids have what they have. We have an agreement. I take care of the children. He sends the finances. There it is. And that's how we work it out. So I shared all of that to say, this is how we're managing money this year. I left $51 in the account just in case I forgot something that didn't pass through, or, something. I know I have a Netflix thing that comes due because we got Netflix, and maybe the kids need a little treat here or there or whatever. So I left $51 in the account. But the best thing about this is, y'all, it's the 22nd. I get paid on the 30th. 8 more days, I get paid again. So if all I have is that $58 for 8 days, all the bills are paid. Everything is paid. All the funds are sank. All the savings is saved. And I still got $51. Look at God. Is he not just good? So when you start working the system, when you start doing the things, you start putting into place wherever you can do it. Shakima, I can't do it like you. We'll do it like you. You don't have to do it like me. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. If what I'm doing don't work for you, do what works for you. But if what you're doing is not working, then I'm going to encourage you to do something else. Do something else. You've been doing this for years and years and years, and you still struggling. Listen, struggle time is over. It is now time to pull up your bootstraps and get your life together. Faith without works is dead. That's exactly right. This is what we got to do. You have to inquire of the Lord. David said, I inquired of the Lord. I sought the Lord. I cried out to the Lord. Listen, I have had some cry out moments, and God heard me every single time. And when I go to him and I say, God, I'm not sure what to post today, immediately he'll say, post this. And when I'm obedient, things do well. When I'm not, oh, well, we didn't make anything today. I looked at something yesterday. I made $10 on one of my things yesterday. Today, I made $4. I was happy to make any dollars. I watch it every single time to make sure that something is coming in, and you can do the very same. So find what you're good at. Find what can make you some money. Last thing I'll say is this. There's a lady that I follow on YouTube. If y'all have never heard of her, her name is Sophia. Her channel is called My Great Challenge. I started watching Sophia when she was just cleaning around her house. She wasn't the best house cleaner. She still isn't the best house cleaner, but she has done a lot of great work over the years. And she builds a lot of stuff in her home. She's very handy-mandy. She does all the things. Several years ago, her and another friend of hers started going around in their neighborhoods, in different neighborhoods. People put trash out on the street. Sophia started going and she would pick up the trash. She has a good eye for things, what's still very good or what would be valuable. And she looks stuff up on Google. She created an Etsy shop and people buy things out of her Etsy shop. Now she has a regular job that she works. Her husband has a job, he works, but this is an additional stream of income for their family. And she does extremely well. Her last series of videos, she is creating an Etsy processing center in her basement because she has so many orders that need to go out. There is money out here to be made. eBay, Etsy, sell t-shirts. I have a friend, she's a t-shirt designer. My sister was like, hey, you have a connection for t-shirts? Girl, I could hook you up. Let me put it here, get it from here, put it on a t-shirt. Somebody will buy it. I promise you they will. Right? Get the ideas out of your brain, put them on paper, talk to somebody, have somebody look over your business plan. Well, I don't have a business plan. Put something on paper. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain that them who read it might run with it. And sometimes you're the one who reading it. You don't think you can because somebody else said you can't, but you can. Trust me, I am living proof that you can. I'm living my best life so much so that I don't even know how to articulate it to people. But I'm living my life. I keep saying I'm gonna stop lying to y'all. But this one last thing. Friend of mine, her name is Kelly. Kelly called me today. Kelly's my morning buddy. My friend Kel, she lives about 2 hours away from me. She used to live here, but then she got married to Uncle Paul, and she got married, and so she moved away. And hey girl, how are you? And she was talking to me. She was like, because I was telling her I was going on another trip. I just took a trip. And now I'm going on another trip. And she's like, Shakima, do you remember? She said, I remember this conversation just like it was yesterday. She said, all you would say is, it's going to be 18 years from now. I'm never going to go anywhere. I'm never going to do anything. I'm just going to have kids. And I've always had kids. And I had kids when I was a kid. And I'm just going to have kids for the rest of my life. And I said, I do remember that. I remember that conversation because I never thought I was going to have a life. I always thought it was going to be about my kids, my kids, my kids, my kids. They need, he growing, he needs shoes, he need this, he need everything. It's just the kids, the kids, the kids. And I remain faithful. I remain faithful to take care of my children. I remain faithful to deny some of the things I wanted to get the things they needed. And I continue to give, and I continue to pray, and I continue to ask God, God, show me how to do this so that I do it well. And 14 years later, because Jackson was a baby at the time, 14 years later, I just took a solo trip by myself. Met some friends when I got there, but I got on all 4 of those planes by myself. And I'm going to take another trip. And I'm going to be able to fund it and pay for it through the work of my hand and the leading of Holy Spirit. So I know some of us are out there saying, it's just so much, it's so much. I'm never going to, it's never going to, it's never. It is. Apply what God is telling you to apply. Ask for help. Talk it over with friends. Don't talk it over with Debbie Downers who don't know nothing. Talk it over with people who can see your vision and see your dreams, and they can pour into you your vision and your dreams. Do that. And I promise you, you're going to be living the best life you ever lived, y'all. I wish I could tell you every testimony. I cannot do it. But I am telling you that I am on the cusp of something I have never seen before in my life. And I have a pretty good life. But God says, Shakima, you can't even fathom what it is that I have for you. But I tell you this. I'm ready for it. However you want to bless me, Lord, bless me. And then I just keep doing it. I keep giving, and I keep coming on here trying to help y'all, right? Giving you the information, teaching you how to do it. Apply the principle. They work. They work. All right. That's it. This wind is getting a little disrespectful out here. I'm going to mind my business. I'm going to try to make sure everything is battened down. We got candles and all the stuff. Y'all, we need candles. inside the house. Go get the candles inside the house. Any batteries, all that type of thing. Do it now, because I don't want to get to the late. Any flashlights and all the things get late and we can't get it. So anywho, love all y'all. I have hope for all of y'all that you're going to do all the things. Thumb up the video. If for some reason you believe that it was a good video, thumb it down. If you don't think it was good, still helps us. We appreciate it. Share if you feel like it was worth sharing. Give me any comments, any feedback, anything that you think is helpful to us. We do appreciate you so very much. We have additional videos coming out within the next few days. I do have a teaching video coming out. I think I'm going to share that on Sunday morning very early, because I have to be out of here early. But I think we're going to do that. So anywho, love you guys. Be the best that you can. Stay safe if you're in the path of the storm. Know that we are praying for you, and we hope that you are praying for us. And we'll see you guys next time.